My holiday in sunny Rio is nearly over, and we've invited a few friends for a last get-together in an open house. So we're about 40 or 50 people coming. There's really only one menu choice you can make. Feijoada. This is Sally, our cook here in Rio, and as you can see, she's been doing a lot of hard work yesterday, preparing the main thrust of the feijoada. And there's more in that big pan over there, but still, we don't think it's enough, and we're going to be preparing some more, which will serve as reinforcements for later, and then you can see how we do it. The black beans are not the only dark thing about a feijoada, as the dish dates back to the days of slavery in Brazil. The story goes that the slave masters would keep the best cuts of the meat and give the leftovers to the slaves. Snouts, tails, ears, trotters, they're still appreciated by the purists, the connoisseurs of feijoada. But if you're throwing a large party, you might want to limit your meat choice to a few of the main stars. And these are tocinho, which is pork belly, pork ribs, costelinha, beef jerky, and a few of the Portuguese sausages like chouriço. The pork ribs, the costelinha, is salted, and so is the beef jerky, so usually people put it to soak from the day before. But since we've got a party this afternoon, we're just going to shortcut it by boiling them for a while and keep changing the water to get some of that salt out and get it ready and mix it with the beans. This is the star of the menu today, black beans. Black beans are very used in the southeast of Brazil, but throughout Brazil they use all sorts of other beans. Well, you want to spread the black beans over a tray or something wide like this. You go once over and check if there's anything that is not black beans, like bits of stone or gravel or bits of wood. But mostly it's okay, and you can just chuck it into your pressure cooker. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you can just leave it to soak from one day to the other, and it'll be soft enough to only cook for a few hours. But if you're starting from the hard grain and you don't have a pressure cooker, it might take more than 4 hours to get them to the point where you want to mix the meats in. Well, the beans are in the pan, and I'm just going to give them a quick wash, cover them with water all the way to the top, and put them to boil. There, that's just about it. There's a kilo of beans in here, and I don't know what the size of this pan is, but it's more than 3 or 4 times the amount of beans worth of water. It doesn't matter if it gets a bit watery to start with, because it's going to be in the pan for a while, and then the meats are going to come in and stuff like that, and it will reduce down and get quite yummy. So, into the fire. Lid goes onto it, and clips here in the back. There you go. Now, at this point, there is nothing in there other than beans and water. There's no salt, no spices, no herbs, nothing. All the spicing and seasoning comes later. And while the beans are cooking, there's a bit of time for preparing the other meats, catching up with old friends, and checking how Celia and her assistant are getting on with the desserts. So our black beans are now cooked. They've been boiling for about an hour. They're nice and soft and ready to spice and mix with the meats. Our meats are boiled as well, apart from the sausage, which doesn't need any boiling, and we're going to fry some garlic and onion to spice and season the whole thing. And now that the onions and garlic have gained some color and softened up a bit, I'm going to add the meat and the beans. So in goes the meat. And stir it around a bit to pick up some of the taste from the onions and the garlic. And now you can add the cooked beans. There you are, and that's going to be there for another hour or so until all the flavors mix together and your feijoada will be ready. Well, the feijoada's over and the friends have gone. And we were worried about the amount of beans we were preparing. It turned out it was just right. In fact, this is all that's left. For detailed recipes and a guide on where to find Brazilian food and drink ingredients, visit cucabrazuca.com.